Hey YouTube, how's it going? My name is Daniel and this is the Gunz-N-Stuff show. So Gunz-N-Stuff is a weekly-ish Q&A show where we sit down and talk about guns and stuff. I don't know what this is, set dressing, it's very fluffy. All right, enough of that, let's get into the questions. In your opinion, what's the softest shooting compact gun? Striker, fighter, hammered, internal hammer. Okay, softest shooting gun. Cosent has a new subcompact that is amazing. It has a port on it, the steel one. It's so good. I was shocked how well it shoots. So for me, the way that I kind of determine guns is like what I would do with it. So like, do I want to take a class with this gun? Is this like emergency EDC? Do I mind running this gun? I would shoot thousands of rounds through that gun with no problem. So I think it's gonna be one of those higher end hammer fire 2011 S guns. But yeah, the one from Cosent, it's so, I was shocked. And y'all know how much I love hating on stuff. Recommendations for next firearm I should buy. I currently have a Kel-Tec Sub 2000 in the trunk, Glock 17 for home defense, and a Smith & Wesson Shield for concealed carry. Okay, next gun that you're missing is going to be an AR-15, so you're gonna need a carbine. A few ones that are good, Daniel Defense is good, LWRC is good, BCM are good, yeah. So you're gonna wanna spend about $1,200 to $1,500, get a really solid, legit AR, and that thing's gonna last you. Yeah, AR's next. Yo, see anything at SHOT Show that's catching your interest or anything that you want to see from a company? Hollow Suns, optics, those things are crazy. I think, I'm not gonna say best in show, but the thing that seems to have captured everyone's attention is Smith & Wesson's 5.7. 5.7 is a really cool round. It's like a cross between a pistol round and a rifle round. Size of a pistol round, so you can have a pistol-sized gun, but you're getting the speed of a rifle round. I think that it's gonna be really good. FN's kind of cornered the market on the 5.7. Ruger tried, they didn't really do a good job. I think that Smith & Wesson 5.7, that's gonna be a real special gun this year. Yo, what up from Houston? What are your thoughts on the PSA dagger? Should do a review on it. Maybe. I might do a review on it. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. A lot of people have been interested in it. It's a Glock. I like Glock, so maybe. But a lot of these companies are bringing out new guns that aren't really new guns. They're just Glocks. But yeah, it looks like a cool Glock. Few questions here. What is your EDC gear and what would you recommend to those who are getting into EDC and not over carrying things that will weigh them down? Okay, first, what's my EDC gear? My EDC has really changed, transformed, and done a lot of stuff as I've carried more and carried more often. I've gone from a smaller gun to a huge gun down to somewhat mid-sized gun. And for me, the thing that I really have noticed is I want EDC that works with me. There's two schools of thought. You want to have your EDC and then mold your life around that. That's not really appealing to me because sometimes I just don't want to wear cargo shorts. I want to wear skinny jeans and I need a gun that's going to work with everything. I want to have an EDC setup that's going to be ready to go when I don't really want to carry, because I always feel like that's when something's going to go sideways. Not when I'm tuned up and ready to go. It's like when I'm running out to the supermarket really quickly because I forgot something. So pistol, this is a Smith & Wesson Shield Performance Center and it is loaded up with Norma self-defense rounds. This gun there are a lot of different EDC tiny compact guns. Out of all of them, this is my favorite. Subcompacts and compacts, the line's really getting blurred, but this really is a compact gun. It's got the 4-inch barrel. This gun is also ported, so it shoots really flat. I'm running it with the 10 round magazines, and sometimes I'll have the additional 12 round magazine, but honestly, I don't carry a spare mag very often. It's running in this QVO tactical inside the waistband. This is the more discreet holster. Now, this holster has the bougie wrap, and I have to tell everyone all the time, this wrap is no longer available. It was a limited run. It's no longer available. I love it. I wish it was available still because I got more guns that I want wrapped, but this wrap is no longer available. Wallet, Streamlight, Polytac. I don't know what knife this is. This is a Benchmade knife. Yeah, hit up Danny EDC and she'll give you better information on knives than me. This is my EDC. This is what I have on me all the time. I also have a backpack with medical that also has all my work stuff in it too. So that bag is always with me as well. But on my person, this is the stuff that I always have with me. Springfield XCM or Smith & Wesson Shield? Smith & Wesson Shield all day long. How do you find a great gunsmith in the area? And on top of that, how about a great shop? Gunsmithing is hard. You're just gonna have to call around. So I'll call my local gun range, like, hey, do you guys have a gunsmith on staff? How do you find a great shop? Now, this is bad. And let me know if this isn't true for you. I like bigger facilities, bigger gun ranges, because there's usually more money involved and people care a lot more about their investments. So I've usually found the bigger gun ranges, the country clubs, those ones have a real emphasis on getting people acclimated, getting new shooters involved, and then also just service. Service is big for me. I will never go back to a range if I'm not treated well. So yeah, service is big for me. So I might say look for a little bit bigger gun range, or maybe talk with the people who are shooters who know where to go to and have the spots kind of figured out. I want to customize a good full-size pistol just cause. That's the best reason to do it. Best recommendations on $1,000 budget. Okay, so if you're gonna, oh no, I scratched my optic. Okay, I guess it's not Gucci anymore. So if you're on a budget, first thing I would, so there's like the fancy Gucci stuff and then there's the actual functional stuff. If you don't have an optic on your gun, you gotta do it. You gotta put a red dot on your gun. So that means you're gonna have to get your slide milled or buy a new slide. And honestly, if you're getting your slide milled and you're buying a new slide and you're getting an optic and then you're getting it Cerakoted, you're at your $1,000 already. But if you have all that stuff figured out, now for me, stippling isn't that important, but I love it, especially on Glocks. Glock knuckle is no fun, and having this undercut and then the double undercut, I just love it. The grip was done by Rocket City Stippling. Jack is phenomenal. So yeah, if you're going for Gucci stuff, I would go stippling 100% of the time. It's just so comfortable, and especially for like your Glocks and guns that need a little bit more love to get the grips comfortable, stippling's the way to go. Is the Springfield Prodigy really that bad? Torn between that and Cosent, but you know, money. Do what you want. It's your life. It's your money. If it were me, I'd save up 3 more months, save $150 a month, and go with the Cosent. I've run both guns. I've shot both guns. It's not close. Hi, SIG launched the Rose. It has a manual safety. What are the pros and cons of a manual safety? So it's really funny. People will just talk all kinds of crap about manual safety. Manual safety are the worst. They're horrible. They're the worst. And then go carry a 2011 or a 1911 that has a manual safety and suddenly it's okay. So yeah, when it comes to manual safeties, you have to practice and train with them. When I'm running an AR, my thumb and finger and trigger finger work together. So when the gun comes to my eye, that safety off. When it comes out, safety goes back on. So you can train yourself to work that safety even when you're setting up your grip and you're building your grip to automatically push that safety down. It's something you have to train and work into your training schedule, but it's not that hard to work around and to work with. So if you really like it and you really want it, the safety for me isn't a big enough reason not to get it. Just keep that in mind and you remember to practice with it. Any tips for someone who wants to become a firearms instructor? I would ask why. I really would ask why. And if it's because you think guns are cool, you want to be involved in the industry, you had 2 or 3 people ask you to teach you how to shoot, and you feel like you should be an instructor, maybe steer clear of it. If you feel like you have something to add and something to say, and there's a way or demographic of people that aren't being reached or aren't really being catered to, then yes, go for it. But I'm not gonna say it's a flooded market, but the basement's flooded. There's a lot of people who are just in the bottom and they're not being very helpful. They're charging a lot of money for classes, and it's all stuff that you can find on the first page of Google. So be very cognizant of what you're getting into and why. Contemplating between a few Glock models for my first firearm purchase ever. Congratulations, say goodbye to all of your money. Glock 17, great. Glock 19, great. Glock 19X, kinda useless, but I get it. Also, would prefer MOS models for optic later on, or milling may be better route. You are asking the right questions. These are all really good questions. The normal questions I get is which trigger should I put in and should it be gold plated? So when it comes to buying your first gun, it really depends on who you are, what type of person you are, and the kind of gun owner you plan on being. When I first got into guns, I knew even before I bought my first gun, I am going to own a lot of guns. So I didn't mind buying a gun that didn't do everything because I knew I'd be getting that later on. The gun that I got first that really got me into shooting was that Glock 17, and I still have more rounds with that gun than any of my other guns. If you want one gun to rule them all, I would say get a Glock 19 MOS. That's going to do everything you need it to do, and you can EDC it. If you're brand new to shooting though, a Glock 17 is going to be a little bit easier for you to shoot and run and learn how to shoot and get comfortable with shooting. And it's going to be a little bit harder to EDC. You can conceal carry it, but it is going to be a little bit harder because there's a lot more gun there. And no matter which one you get, I would say get the MOS. It's a little bit more money, and whenever you're ready to make the jump to optics, it's right there ready. How do you judge a good gun? Okay, so this is a really good question. What's my criteria for guns? First, reliability is not in the conversation. If a gun's reliability comes into question, it's not even on the table. Where we are in 2023, I feel like it should be a given that the gun you're running is reliable. Like, no one should be worried or concerned about your gun being reliable. Like, it should chew through any ammo all the time. So that being said, I have a really simple methodology for how I review and how I shoot guns. When I get a gun, I'm gonna run a full magazine through it. When I'm done that magazine, do I want to go back to one of the guns that I know I enjoy shooting? Or am I looking for more ammo? Am I looking for more bullets or a different gun? That's pretty much it. And there are specific reasons why, and then I really dig into what I don't like about a gun, but that's really it. After I run a mag through it, do I like the gun? Did I enjoy shooting it? If not, I can find out why and dig more into it, but it's really just that simple. All right, that's it for Gunz-N-Stuff this week. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I had a blast doing this. If I wasn't able to get to your question, please shoot me a comment below. I'd love to help you guys out. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, lets me know that this is helpful to you guys, that you guys like it, that's beneficial to you guys, so I can get more of this stuff out for you guys. And until next time, I cannot wait to hang out with you guys for some more Gunz-N-Stuff.